Hello Indie Game fans, just a couple of days left for the Steam summer sale, so do pick up those deals while you can, which might be needed to be honest, given that summer is looking pretty sparse right now, where I have another lot of games on fantastic discounts that are a real no-brainer at this price. Let's begin with the Ascent, a cyberpunk isometric action RPG from last year which is pretty good, combining the loot-driven gameplay of something like Diablo with top-down shooter elements including the use of cover.
Recommend the acquisition of lethal weaponry, tactical equipment, and protective armor. You should also augment your capabilities.
It has quite an intriguing story setup, set in a power vacuum when one of those cyberpunk mega corporation collapses, where you are a newly freed worker and have to find your own path in the world. Do be warned of a relatively slow start, but once things get going, it's quite the enjoyable ride.
Many will want to keep you down. Take cover. Blow shit up. Adapt your tactics and switch up your weapons. Remember that the Ascent group loves you until they don't.
A gorgeous co-op puzzle platformer is Degrees of Separation, telling a tale of two contrasting souls falling in love in a journey to be together. Contrast and duality is commonly used in this genre, think light and shadow for example, where here we are with the second most common pairing of heat and cold. I really like the hand-drawn art here, and it's a co-op title that will be excellent with a friend, and at a stunning 90% discount, get this if you have not. Things have a funny way of coming around full circle in games, where if I didn't tell you that Crimsonland released almost 2 decades ago, you might think that this is yet another Vampire Survivors-like title in the modern age. However, this is a more straightforward twin-stick shooter rather than an action roguelite, but has the same swarms of enemies to destroy, certainly being worth a play. A very interesting, smaller pixel art Metroidvania is Catmaze, one that draws upon Slavic mythology and is a true hidden gem in this genre. You play as a witch, searching for the path to the world of the dead in order to save her mother, where it's a great entry if you have not played this. Most interestingly, our heroine cannot directly attack, instead relying on companion creatures to do so, and in a way is similar to Ender Lilies from last year.
You need to practice every day, so when the time comes, you will be ready. Trees don't heat back, but your enemies do. They won't spare you, young Chan. A man is responsible for his family. And when I'm gone, you will need to protect our village. Protect them with your life.
If beat-em up fever is in the air due to titles like TMNT, Shredder's Revenge, I would recommend that you check out 9 Monkeys of Shaolin from 2020 as well, a Chinese-themed entry where a humble fisherman has to avenge the destruction of his village, being worth a play. A fan favourite title is Moonlighter, an action roguelite combined with shopkeeping simulation, being the best of this style of game alongside titles like Recettear and Items Shop's Tale. Since release, the developers have put out one paid DLC and plenty of free updates, making it complete so to speak, so it's a great time to get this. The gameplay loop in this is very compelling and I really enjoyed my time with this, where I do wonder what this developer is up to these days. Speaking of underrated Metroidvanias, 3000th Duel is one such entry that comes to us from a Korean developer where there are plenty of upgrades and systems to keep you going. From the look, it is similar to more modern entries like Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, and indeed is a Metroidvania game that has more in common with Symphony of the Night rather than Metroid due to the progression systems. It does have rough edges due to translation, but other than that, does have great action which makes this worth picking up. I probably don't have to go too deep in explaining Deep Rock Galactic, since this is one of the most popular and, dare I say, the best modern 4-player co-op first-person shooter right now, and granted, it's not exactly an indie game, but the quality of this title alone does transcend boundaries. You play as space dwarves, going on various mining missions, having to grab resources and rush back to your ship for extraction, and the success of this game has ensured continued seasonal support from this developer, all for free might I add, and it's not a battle pass, so grab this and a few friends and dig in.
For rockin' solid!
If you love monster taming games like me, Nexomon Extinction is at a historic low price right now, so do pick it up if you have not. It does have quite the classic hero's journey type of story, but where combat is based on a stamina system. I quite like the monster designs in this, which is one of the main attractions for me, where I do think that there's another sequel in the works, so why not check this out. One of the secret best tactics titles is Banner of the Maid, one that has an unlikely crossover of settings and aesthetic in anime French Revolution. It is a strategy RPG set in an alternate history version of the French Revolution, where you play as the sister of Napoleon, figuring out her way in the treacherous political climate. Each unit on the map actually represents a battalion of units, having the signature rock, paper, scissors type strategy, where this is one of the best in the genre, so it's a steal at 60% off, taking the #1 spot. For more tactics titles, watch these videos and I will see you after the jump.